The real reasons women come back after rejecting you. Truths. Have you ever had a woman reject you? And then months later, she suddenly comes back. She texts you out of nowhere, likes your photo, tells you she misses the old times, and you sit there wondering, why now? Wasn't she the one who walked away? Wasn't she sure you weren't what she wanted? So, what changed? Here's the truth that most people never talk about. Rejection isn't always final. In fact, a lot of the time, it's not even real clarity. It's a decision made in a moment, based on emotion, pressure, or ego. But when you didn't chase, when you focused on yourself, something powerful shifted, and that is when they come back. Not by magic, not by accident, but because of 9 surprising reasons most men never see coming. In this video, I'll break down those 3 shocking truths why women return after rejecting you. Some of them will surprise you, a few might sting, and one of them might explain exactly what's happening in your situation right now. Stay with me, because understanding this doesn't just give you closure, it gives you power. 1. Emotional curiosity. Did I miss something? There's a strange psychological shift that happens the moment you stop chasing someone. Suddenly, they're curious. They start looking at you sideways, not because you changed, but because they realize you didn't wait. And now they wonder, did I miss something? Or someone? We've all seen this. You've been ignored, maybe even ghosted. You moved on, started doing your thing. You hit the gym, took that trip, posted a few updates, not to impress anyone, just to live. Then one day, she views all your stories, likes that random 22-week-old photo, and texts, hey, remember that Thai place we went to once? Like she didn't vanish for 4 months. What is this strange resurrection? The truth is, the moment your energy shifts away, people feel it. They wonder if you became something they didn't expect, and they get curious. Let me tell you about Jordan, my friend who went through one of the funniest return from the dead stories I've ever heard. Jordan had a crush on this girl named Lena, super smart, artsy, into vintage jazz and obscure French films, you know, intimidatingly mysterious. He spent months trying to get her attention. Coffee invites, Instagram reactions. He even read a book about surrealism just to talk to her. Nothing worked. She hit him with polite replies like, haha, cool, or the dreaded, let's definitely hang sometime. Translation, never. Eventually, Jordan gave up. Not out of bitterness, but out of exhaustion. He deleted her number, stopped trying, and instead started fixing up an old Vespa he inherited from his grandpa. Yeah, a Vespa. 2 months later, Jordan posts a reel of him cruising in slow motion on that rusty scooter, wearing sunglasses, wind blowing through his hair like he was in a Wes Anderson movie. Boom, that same night, Lena texts, OMG, is that your Vespa? That's so cool. Jordan was stunned. Now she was curious. After months of radio silence, a 1965 scooter got her attention. But it didn't stop there. Suddenly she was laughing at his stories, reacting to every post, asking random, remember when? Questions. Jordan called me and said, bro, all it took was me not caring and owning a midlife crisis vehicle. It was hilarious and revealing. What happened here? It wasn't just the scooter, it was the shift. Lena no longer saw Jordan chasing. She saw someone unbothered, living for himself, and that energy is magnetic. Psychologically, people become more interested when they sense that they're no longer the center of your emotional orbit. It triggers a curiosity. Wait, did I underestimate this person? What did I miss? And suddenly your detachment becomes your power. Here's the lesson. Don't fake detachment. Actually build it. Don't post to provoke. Live to grow. When your attention is on your own life, people can feel it, and the ones who overlooked you, they just might come back, but not because you begged, because you evolved. When someone circles back, it's not always love, it's often curiosity. And curiosity fades unless it meets consistency. So don't drop your progress to accommodate old stories. Smile if they reach out, but keep moving forward. Let them wonder, let them question, but never let them slow you down. Your silence, your glow up, your Vespa, that's your power now. Number 2, the shift in power. You took back control. You know that feeling when you're stuck chasing someone, constantly texting, asking, "Why didn't you reply?" Or "What did I do wrong?" That endless questioning makes you feel small, like you're begging for scraps of attention. But the moment you stop chasing, stop texting, stop asking for answers, something powerful happens. You take back control. Or you flip the script. Suddenly, you're no longer the one being rejected. You're the chooser. Picture this. You're scrolling through your phone, refreshing the messages again, hoping for a "hey." You catch yourself texting 3 times in a row before they answer once. You start analyzing every word, every emoji, every pause. It's exhausting. You've lost your calm. Now imagine you decide to stop. You stop texting first. You stop waiting for explanations. You stop replaying old conversations in your head. You shift your energy from chasing to choosing, and that's when the weird magic happens. Here's a story about my buddy Mike, a guy who was the king of "why me" texts. He had a girlfriend, Jessica, who was, let's say, a bit unpredictable. She'd vanish for days, then reappear with excuses that sounded like a script from a bad soap opera. Mike was texting constantly, asking, "What's going on? Are you mad at me? Please just talk." One day, Mike's best friend, me, sat him down. I said, "Dude, you're acting like a detective, not a man. Stop texting her first. Stop chasing. You're the prize." Mike looked at me like I'd grown a second head, but he tried. 2 weeks of radio silence from him. No texts, no calls. Guess what happened? Jessica started texting him first. Then she popped up at his gym, randomly bringing protein shakes. She even asked if he was seeing anyone else, like she was testing, to see if he'd changed the story of being the waiting guy. Mike called me one day, laughing, "Man, I never thought not texting would feel this powerful. It's like I flipped a switch and suddenly I'm the one deciding now." That was the shift. The moment he stopped chasing, he took back control. This shift in power isn't about manipulation. It's about reclaiming your dignity. When you chase, you put your value in someone else's hands, waiting on their attention like a kid, waiting for candy. But when you stop, you reclaim your agency. Psychologically, this flips the dynamic. They sense you're no longer desperate, and that uncertainty makes them curious. Women, and people in general, often come back, not necessarily for you, but to test if they still hold influence. It's human nature to want to confirm, are they still chasing? Have they changed? Am I still important? But if your story stays steady, calm, confident, clear, you hold the true power. You have to decide right now. Are you going to be the one waiting for crumbs or the one setting the table? Stop texting first. Stop asking why. Stop searching for answers that might never come. Choose yourself first. Be the person who controls their own narrative. This doesn't mean shutting people out forever. It means putting your energy where it belongs. On your growth, your goals, your life. That's where true power lives. If you keep chasing, you're stuck in a cycle of rejection and hope that never ends well. You teach others they can keep you on hold without consequences. And you keep teaching yourself that your happiness depends on their attention. But if you stay silent, hold your ground, and invest in yourself, you not only gain respect from others, you gain it from yourself. That respect is magnetic and impossible to fake. Mike's new mindset made all the difference. He started focusing on his passions, painting, working out, learning guitar. The more he invested in himself, the less he cared about Jessica's games. And ironically, that's when Jessica's tests became less frequent. She either accepted his new confidence or moved on, but Mike was no longer broken by either outcome. He said, "I learned the most important relationship is with myself." That's the power of flipping the script. Remember this. When you stop chasing, you stop playing the rejected. You become the chooser. That shift in power is magnetic. Some will come back to test you, let them. Stand firm, stay true, and don't rewrite your story for anyone. Your value is not in their attention, but in your respect for yourself. Own that and you own everything. Number 3, your absence starts to hit. There's a strange and powerful thing that happens when you stop being available 24/7. Suddenly, when you start leveling up, emotionally, physically, socially. You stop chasing her exclusively. You start attracting others, and that's when the scarcity effect kicks in. It's primal, almost like an ancient survival instinct. People hate losing what they think is theirs. So when she sees you're no longer all hers, suddenly she wonders, wait, was he actually valuable all along? Think about that one time you had something, maybe a favorite snack, a limited edition sneaker, or concert tickets that you didn't really appreciate. But the moment your friends started wanting it, or it became scarce, you felt this sudden urge to claim it. Humans hate losing something they now believe others desire. This works the same way in relationships. When you're always available, your attention feels cheap and endless. But when you step back, start focusing on your own life, and attract new attention, the scarcity triggers a switch in how she sees you. Here's a funny story about my friend Sarah, who was dating a guy named Dan. Dan was always texting her, always available, always ready to drop everything to respond. Sarah admits she started taking him for granted. Then Dan took a sudden break from texting. He started hitting the gym, going to meetups, and even took up salsa dancing. One day, Sarah caught wind that Dan was hanging out with new people. Suddenly, she found herself wondering if she'd underestimated him. She texted him out of the blue, "Hey, what's new with you?" Which was odd because she rarely initiated conversations. Dan laughed when he told me, "It's like I turned into this rare collectible." Overnight, the moment he stopped being all hers, Sarah's interest peaked. That's the scarcity effect in action. This scarcity effect taps into a deep psychological trigger, the fear of loss. When someone perceives that what they have might slip away or be claimed by others, they instinctively want to hold on tighter. But here's the key: it's not about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about genuinely investing in yourself, building your life, and letting your value shine so naturally that others want to be part of it. When you do that, you create healthy scarcity, the kind that says, "I'm not desperate for attention. I'm choosing who gets it." That's magnetic, irresistible even. Stop thinking of yourself as waiting for her approval. Instead, start focusing on becoming someone others want to be around. Pick up that hobby you've always postponed. Hit the gym, learn something new, or deepen your friendships. Become a person who attracts naturally, not by chasing, but by shining. You deserve to be wanted, but first you have to want yourself. The scarcity that follows isn't about losing someone. It's about gaining your own life, and that's priceless. If you stay stuck in chasing and waiting, you'll keep feeling invisible or replaceable. You teach others that you're easily available, so they may never truly value you. But when you level up and create scarcity, you flip that script. People begin to recognize your worth, and that changes the entire dynamic. Ignoring this shift means missing out on genuine respect and attraction. It's like giving away your rare gem to someone who treats it like costume jewelry. Remember Dan? After his salsa dancing phase, not only did Sarah's attention return, but Dan also started getting noticed by others. He felt more confident, more alive. The guy who used to worry about texts became the guy everyone wanted to be around. And that confidence wasn't fake. It was built on real growth. He said, "Once I stopped chasing and started living my life, the right kind of attention just found me." That's the power of scarcity balanced with genuine self-improvement. So here's the truth. When you stop being all hers, you start becoming irresistible. Scarcity isn't about games or manipulation. It's about real value. When you focus on yourself, others naturally want what you offer. Let that shift sink in. You're not just someone waiting for approval. You're someone worth waiting for. So don't get trapped in the old story, the one where you are begging, chasing, or shrinking yourself to fit her world. Step into your new story, where you decide the terms, where your value comes from within, not from anyone else's approval. If she comes back, let it be, because she sees the man you have become, not the one you were. And if she doesn't, that's okay too, because your life is too big to live in someone else's shadows. Own your growth, own your power, and never settle for less than the respect and love you deserve.